hectic though. Like you get the.
I love that. Exactly. Well done. Well done, Rob. Thanks so much.
Some stat, just like some stat. Made me look good. Yeah. Like,
Little filter.
I don't know if I can fix your hair.
Filter on the hair.
That's
Well, man, how are you? Good to see you. Hi, Kyle. How you doing? Morning.
have you seen those like memes of like a certain
I know.
I almost forgot what name. You're like introduced me. Because I go by like Alexis.
Yeah.
Got a couple of I've never even seen my last name.
Yeah. Figure that.
Yeah, it's almost wrong.
This morning. Hey, you check the schedule. You know what hours are. Kev, you want to get some video of them like speaking the applicants? Girls are locked in. Mitch, how you doing? How you doing?
Test, test. All right, and hello everybody. Welcome back to the East Hant Sportsplex here as we get set for day 2 and subsequently our final day of the combine here. So the little Saturday Sunday action, and looks like we've got pretty much the same game lineup today. Just getting out there and playing a little footy, and here we go. Ready to go. The females starting us off here today, just like yesterday. We got Shannon O'Callaghan in net for Team Blue. We got Olivia Harrison in net for Team Orange. We are set to go here. So let's get right into this one. That ball worked up to the middle there, settled down there by the orange side. Cut back. It was Dorian who made that first initial move. Then it gets played over to the right side. Blue trying to get that one back. Bethany Lee in on that action. Dorian and Lee going at it. Then that ball played back in near center. Gallant gets that ball back as Orange goes to work. Sydney Thompson handing that back, and it's a quick offensive flurry here. Nothing too close to the net, but possession for Orange early up the left side. Cross there, and that ball going to be scooped up by the netminder. Olivia Harrison with her first save on a decent cross from the left side. Playing with that now and working it over is Odell, and out of play here. Looking and surveying is Michaela Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi had all sorts of time with the ball yesterday in her 2 games. Played back as Blue tries to move this forward from the backside now. Picked up by Scholes. Scholes gonna thread the needle in through there over to the left side. Trying to pick up some speed and find her in the middle, and a hard cross. That one into the shin and falling down as Provo trying to make a run at it. Bethany Lee centering over to the right side. Provo forces that ball out. As Blue trying to make some early moves here, as the starting possession was for Orange, but we await a corner kick. That one booted in there into a couple of heads, ran after. Up through the middle, handed off and cut over to the right side here near center. Into the feet and another throw in. A little hesitation there, but eventually gets it to Lee. Lee played back and intercepted, now looking to work back the other way into a couple of shin pads near mid. Midfield, Blue comes up with it, back to Lee. Lee trying to make some quick moves in tight, plays it back to her defender. That's Odell who works that up the left side. Back over. Coakley with it. Coakley, plenty of touches yesterday, especially in her first game against the same Blue team. So we'll see if it's a similar game this morning. Starting an hour later here at the First Touch Football in East Hants for day 2. But we're going to the same time, just no lunch break for us up here in the booth, but that's all right. Full day of football in front of us. Orange cutting back from behind. Settled down and overran. Pushed over there in the middle. No whistle on the play as Fortin comes back. Fortin plays it back to her defender and a quick cut back, trying to play it back and to Odell. Odell now. Little short pass in front. Handed back over. Gillis. Stepping in. And low shot there by Gillis as she gets it out of the way, and it's hustled after on the left side with Blue trying to find some open room. Cut over in front, finished off, and that one a big save as Lee got in front and got a foot on it. Orange now the other way, trying to beat her up the right side. Gallant now with it. Gallant dangerously close to the outside, but keeps it in for Coakley. Back to Gallant, crossover in front. Off the bottom of the boot, ran at. Lee then runs at it and spins it the other way. Header to get that thing bouncing. That was off the head of Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi now still with it. Turns it over in the middle. Knocked back over by Dorian and through the middle to Lee. Lee trying to find some open room. She sees the crossover, gets in behind. In on net now, Blue stepping in with all sorts of time to shoot and spins out. And a golden opportunity there by Provo. Nothing comes of it, but Lee starting this game hot, having her own shots and setting up 2 potential opportunities on the left side. Back into her midfield. Head up. Running in here near mid. Played down the right side. Corralled and worked in behind. Gallant down low, and that one rolls off in behind. side here. Trying to play that back down to the corner. Blue in front, playing in their own end. Trying to spread the field out here. Odell with it. Odell head up. Gets it over to Lee. Lee cuts back the other way, tries to send Sampson off the left side. She gets her. Sampson now with some speed in between the legs to Provo, and she'll overrun it again. So 2 early runs here at the start on potential good opportunities. Orange then turning it back the other way. A couple of quick touches with Kimmins. Played over on the line, and Lee tries to cover as that's played off in front. Faked and worked back in the other way. A little move by Dorian there as they maintain, but then back to Blue and back to Lee. Lee looking for her on the right side. Gets it by 1, but knocked off that one will be Gillis. Back over in front, calm down. Put to the open area and then down the right side. In here along the line. Walking it like a tightrope. Played back over in the feet and now booted over to us here at the staff area, I guess you could call it. We're up here on the stairs and we got all the scouts and such watching here below us. Whistled down, and Dorian now will actually let Bertuzzi take that. Bertuzzi comes in. As the rest of the ladies line up in their positions. Dished in there, falls down in front, trying to finish it off here. Orange finding some open room, but cut on and to the rescue. There's the defender here for the blue side. Played up to Fortin, trying to get it down to Sampson. Won't get there, but Lee will see Sampson. She'll hold off. Coakley picking up that off Lee. Turn back over though. Back over to the open area and offside there for Sampson. She tried to find some room up the left. Played back towards center. Picked up and then to the keeper, Dorian. Getting O'Callaghan involved back there. Coakley looking for the lead runner. Won't get very far, nowhere to go as Blue covering on defense there. Over to the right side. Pulled back into the goalkeeper. Worked over to Fortin. Chopped around and back the other way as we have 2 subs coming on for the first time here for Orange, our first subs of the day. Chipped out there. Ran after. Brady Odell. Odell sends one right along the turf. Some maneuvers here. Blue maintains. Back down low. 2 players on tight as Sampson now battling with Bertuzzi. As the subs come out. Coakley will get off as well as Gallant. I believe we have a Laco out there. And Thompson. That one now picked up by Gonzalez and quickly out. Bertuzzi with the throw-in. Off the leg and doesn't get very far. So now it'll be blue ball. Played over to Provo. Now ran out from the defensive position here for Blue. Locked away, Fortin. And shot the length of the field. Lacko now, pressured by Provo. Move inside. Provo will let a boot go into the keeper. Rolled on out down the right side and a hard strike, and that one snared out of the air, but good boot coming off the foot of Fortin. Madison Fortin. 5'4" out there, class of 2024. Trying to show off her skills. Over there to Sampson. Sampson and Provo try to get something happen. Sampson with the cross and easy scoop up there in net. Thrown out now, that one bouncing towards midfield. And it'll be orange ball, headed back the other way. That ball played over and chopped that through the zone. Picked up and then booted out to the middle. Blue gonna let that run back to the keeper. Over to the right side. Battle for Blue maintaining, but just barely now. Orange coming in on that. Played in towards Kimmins in the middle. Kimmins tries to cross down, turned over. Now trying to run it out. Pulled back around by Scholes. Scholes gets it back and continue to try to go to work here. Fortin. Ball stuck down there in the corner. Now up the right to Lee. Lee calms it down. Looking around, seeing her best option. Gonna play it back to her defender, but semi caught off guard there. Lead pass in through the middle, then a chop. Now they're gonna try to go for a run. Chip shot there by Gillis. Down the left side. Stepping in for the cross as Sampson gets blocked. She'll chase that ball. Play it back again to Gillis. And that one booted, missing to the left. Now laid in position, handed off. Chipped in behind, they go at it. Orange side coming in. Stop and go here. Down along the line, the keeper's gonna get on it, and it keeps on going back to that corner over there. Boot over in front, ran after into the corner now by Thompson, and that'll just be a reset. Haven't seen any subs here in a few minutes. Sampson ready here in front of us. Ready for that ball up the left side. Hand it off now, back over to Sampson. Sampson getting some contact there. She goes down from Bertuzzi. Gets it going again. Back to Sampson. She'll run at Olako and then play it down the left side once Bertuzzi bites. Put in behind. Looking for some open room and a hard cross. That'll be grabbed out of the air and played over on the far side. Now Orange trying to turn it back the other way. Into the middle. Hand it off. Lead pass to Olako. Now over to the right side. Thompson. Thompson in with a boot, and that'll be scooped out of the air. Played over on the right side. Stepping up over to Lee. Lee turned over to Olako. In behind and up the right side. Chased after. Working it along the line there. Getting some pressure there from Miller. Chasing after that ball, Miller and Fortin. No free time in the blue offensive zone as that's shot in and scooped up. Now over to the left. Stepping up into the feet of Fortin again. Back in behind and now played over. Retrieved and worked down for Sampson. She'll one touch and try to advance, and that one sent over into the sidelines here. Running start here for the throw-in on by Bertuzzi. Turned over and we'll try it again. Bertuzzi heads up, puts it towards the middle. Back and behind. Ranat trying to find some open room with Dorian. Pressure by Lee, but Dorian comes up with it. Down the right side to Thompson. In the feet now rolling out. That one fired in and a header that goes sky high and in behind the net. As some subs coming out here. Coakley going to be back. As well as Gallant. Played down and swept on, missed by Provo. She'll run at it, put by. Back over to Provo, lead pass. Turned over to Coakley. Stopped and then out on the far side there into the fans for the throw. Grabbed and now falling over the ball there. Some aggression from the back. As that might be Salguero. She'll get up and try to shake it off. We'll continue play. Olako gets it on the turnover there to her player. Now knocked out. Thrown into Fortin. Crossed over. Back in behind Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi stepping up with Sampson. Trying to put that in ahead of Sampson now. Down the right side. She'll go around, find some open room. The last second pressure stops the shot. Held on to and worked in the middle of the Provo. Lee comes up with it. Top to the middle, and still some pressure in the box as it comes out to Coakley. She'll work it over. Sampson intercepts. Sampson with a boot, and that one gonna miss on the left side. Up from the back end, played over to the right. Into the foot now and in ahead, Coakley. Coakley worked over near the line. Back in through the middle. Olako down low. Held on to over to Sampson. Pressure from Bertuzzi in behind. Chopped back out by the keeper. Ooh, and a tough header there for Dorian. There's no way that felt good. Olako now over. Step in with the cross. Back to Coakley. Through the legs. Picked up on the right side lead. The left side lead pass. Now to Sampson. Sampson moving around. Up the right side. Trying to find some open room. 3 girls on her. She'll fall. Fished out of there. Now back the other way. Over to Olako. Lead pass. Here to Thompson. Turned over. Down to Provo. Provo on the left side. Provo trying to cut in. Still with it. Cross. And that one blocked and sent out. Provo, one of the taller girls here, actually tied for tallest with a few girls on team 3. Using that height to her advantage, or at least trying to. Back over to the middle. Blue comes up with it down the left side. Gonna roll out. And that'll be half. So our first half of the day done. 0-0 to score. We'll be back in a moment with the second. back here with our second half here, game 1. 0-0. Didn't see any goals there in the first half. That one played back and worked in between the legs and retrieved on the other side by Levesque. Back in the opposite way and ran at there to grab the ball. So switched ends here. Blue will be shooting here to our right, obviously, after the half. Down in. Orange trying to work it back. It's going to be past Dorian into Provo. She'll try to find some room. Crossed over and a shot there from the middle that's scooped up. Work down to Quinn. To Olaco. Back to Quinn. Down off the line there. Lee running at that ball. Working at it right in front of us here. Retrieved by Kimmins. Kimmins over to Dorian. Dorian back. Sent the length, and now Coakley trying to put some pressure on. Blue will play it back and to their keeper there. On the right side, Lee running at it. It'll be shot down here. Now Orange going at it as Provo trying to find some open room on the right side. She'll get it by one, try to muscle to the net. Still with it. Free ball here in front for a moment. Tipped on back down the right side now to Miller. Miller getting pressured by Olaco. Miller leaves it, or Bertuzzi leaves it as it'll roll out and back to the keeper. That one sent in and rolling off the top of the net and back and behind. Played down low here on the left side. Pass to Olaco. Over to Blue. Chipped in behind, trying to get that up. Stepping up to Lee. Working back around on the left side. Orange with a pullback by Dorian. Played in front and down to Olaco, who runs into that. It goes by. There on the left side, stopping up. Trying to find some open room in front. Pass turned over. Then off the shin pad and worked towards the middle. Down to Levesque, or my mistake, down to Quinn. Olaco now tries to keep that in, stays in the middle. Played back to Quinn. She'll hold it for a moment. Left side, played down, touched in towards the middle. Pressure coming. Sampson fishes that out. Sampson played back as Blue looked to move it the other way. Gillis on the other side there. Passes that up. Running after it. Chopped towards the middle. Back over to Lee. Chipped up ahead on the left side. Trying to cross. Gets there for a moment. Provo keeps it free. Ran at Coakley, but then a strike in there. That'll be scooped up and net by the keeper. Harrison with a nice save and tight there. Played on the line. Grabbed into the middle, touched back. Dorian trying to work that up the right. Back to Gallant. Threaded to the middle to Olako. Olako in ahead. Into the shin pads. Cut back down around. Ran after. It'll fall out. Bertuzzi looking now. She'll step up and throw into the chest and bounces down. Down on the wall. Provo now with it. Provo up the right side. She'll be slowly pushed off of it as they try to send it in front. Hits the outside of the post. And back into the corner. And on the left side, it's ran in and booted down to Kimmins. Played back to the middle. Blue gonna try to advance up the left here. Chopped in front, almost getting there and ran up, but then fired out. Thrown in there and worked back. Up the right side. Retrieved now by Dorian. Rolling out again. Head up and played back over. Down low now. Chopped across, chased after. Olako with some good hustle back. Some good footwork to steal that away, and it's worked towards the middle as Blue will get a boot on it. Firing out, still 0-0. Haven't seen too many scoring chances here in our first game. Down the right side, they step up. Back in behind to Olako. Advancing that ball up the left to Kimmins. Down Odin scores! And what a ball there by Gallant. Number 97 as she fires that into the top left with a beauty. That'll be our first goal. Find some open room and hit her spot. Played back over and then down by Fortin. So Blue now on their back foot gets to Miller. Picked up and fired to Lee. Lee into the middle. Will work it back to her defender. Steps up. Pushes it on the right side. Picked back through the middle is Coakley trying to corral. Another cross in there. Pulls that out down the right side. Back on. Played back into Leves, or to Quinn, sorry. I think we got two 102s. Yeah, that's one of the rare times where we got two of the same number on the pennies. Quinn and Levesque both rocking the number 1 and 2 on different colors, to be fair, but still. Back to the keeper, who's going to hold and now get ready to kick this out. Actually, it'll be a corner kick. As there's some players getting warmed up here on the right. Chopped in off the right side, looking for the header. Blue, it gets all the way through. It was a good corner kick, but now it's settled down. And now a long strike that'll be calmed down off the foot of O'Neill. Stepping up through the middle of Fortin, down to Olaco. Back in behind to center, and that one's swept on by Bertuzzi, goes wide. Grabbed by Miller now. And false start. Try again. Now ready to go. Miller gets it in play. Down the right side, and a good return to keep it alive on their team. Lee now with it. Crossover and a nice one to Provo. Provo stepping in, plenty of time to shoot. Tries to work it by, and it's stopped on the goal line. Not enough juice on it, but a good chance in front. Now another cutting, and that one headed out of the way into the gloves, and a good save there by Dorian. As that was a decent chance to tie this game up twice. Back to Dorian, plays on the left side, back to the goaltender, netminder, or the goalkeeper, whatever you prefer. Up to the middle. Hand it off. And let ahead. Back to Sampson. Centered over. Picked up by Fortin. In towards the middle, try to put one on, not much on that one. Down the right side. Onto the boot to Olaco. Played over, returned. Now we get 3 subs coming in here for Blue. Cut back in front. Grabbed by Dorian. It's in the middle. Down the right side, they go to Coakley. Chopped ahead, and now Blue looking for numbers here on the left. They've got him. Cross in front, Provo. She'll settle it down. Work in front for another shot. Fans on it. Keeper steps in and lets a boot go into the middle as Coakley gets a header on it. Return headers. Now up the right side. Played down. Back to Olako. She'll dish it over on the right. Let ahead to Coakley. Getting pulled around. Down by Seaton. Played over. Keeper has it. Still 3 girls waiting to come on here for the blue side. Rolling up the chest and played down in front. Blue maintaining. Back over to the left side. Blue advancing it. Pushed into the corner with some hard pressure. Back up through the middle to center. Rolling off the boot there and in and behind. Ran at and a nice job getting away with that ball here on the right side. Odell fires that one on. It'll be scooped up. Over to Olako. Back to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi trying to advance it, cut off. In towards the middle as Julie Sampson gets a boot to the leg, and now a couple players switching off. Get ready for the free kick here. Stepping into it. Hits the wire. And they're going to say do it again. Not too surprised at that. No one really moved, and it hit that wire that the mesh goes across when they're trying to play multiple games at once here. That one lower, and we'll get in front. Picked up. Blue trying to tie this up. Played down. In front. That one crossed that. Rolling up off the foot of Bertuzzi. Or by Sampson. Back over now. Cutting around. Back near center. Some pressure coming by Gallant. Blue maintains though. Up and through the middle. Cut back the other way by Salguero. Tipped off, and it might be a chance here if they can get some room. Oh, and almost. As it just gets stopped there by Bertuzzi. Had a great chance. That was almost in front of our faces there to Sampson on the right, but Bertuzzi gets the foot in front. Left side. Cut back. In towards the middle off the chest. Header down. Down and to the right. Sampson sprints after it, catches up. Cut off in front now, stepping on it. Ran after and then just fired back. Played up the left side. Ran after. Back and behind, that one's going to roll to the net. Shot in ahead, it's going to die out near center. Played back. Orange trying to advance. Chipped over in front. Couple one touches will get it back there by Fortin. To Levesque. Up the middle. Olako and Lee going at it. Olako coming up with it. Over to Coakley. Coakley advances it over to the right side. Wag with it. Played way over there to Thompson. Scooped up there and waiting. Hand it off and boot down the middle. Chasing it Coakley. Down the right side. And again to Fortin. She'll play it back. Trying to get it up the right side. Chop that and Olako get right in front of it. Set up and quickly out. Played into the middle there. Skulls let that free throw go. With a throw in. Back to the goaltender Harrison. Back to the keeper. Keeper will play it over. Blue still down one here, running out of time. Back off through the middle. Now down in near center. Oh, and the lead pass almost gets there, but it's cut off. Hustling down the right side now. Shot down, and that'll roll into the corner. Sub coming out here for Dorian. Dorian coming in for Olako, I should say. Corner kick now as another sub coming out here. Miller ready to go. A little confusion there on who's switching. Olivia Gillis will be coming out for Miller. Played down. Coakley steps in for a shot, trying to extend the lead there, and it'll be scooped up. That one fired off back to Coakley. Flip it in around. Stepping up and back to the keeper. Worked over near that far line. Settled down into the middle. Coakley now. Led ahead up the right side, spinning on. Chipped back, Coakley. Steps in and rolling out on the right. And that'll do it. So, game 1 done in our combine, and we'll be back shortly as I believe Team Orange will be staying out, and it'll be no time flat before we're back at it. Thanks for tuning in. See you then.
You want your laptop or no?
Can I use yellow? I just want to be a little bit conspicuous. People may want to see you. No, I wear my glasses. I still think I want to see you. Captain! Echo my voice. So after this, another one. Hey, how many minutes? Let's go. 1 minute after. Now they go out and you call again.
All right, everybody, we're back here for game 2. There's just a few minutes in between games before we start back up. Play it. Ball worked over there to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi with a soft touch. She'll get it back. Back in behind to the keeper. Over to Bertuzzi again. She'll step up and look, then hand that back. Picked up in through the middle. Trying to thread that needle. It'll be freed up to Coakley. Coakley back to Bertuzzi. Back in blue near mid. They'll play that up to the middle. Picked up and scooped around. Back to Baker. Baker turns it over to Coakley. Coakley up the right side, hustled after. Good running there by Roy. Roy with it. Roy passes that off. Now Orange creates the turnover and that rolls off the foot. Coakley up there as Kay runs after it. Over to the right side. Keep it on going. Blue with Matheson. Matheson hands that off. Just kept in as they survey. Back to Matheson. Down with the right side. Orange fighting for that tough. Back to Bertuzzi. She'll be running around, able to get that out. Ran out. Some of the Orange team just played moments ago. So sending out a couple of the same players. See if Blue can take advantage early. Back in through the middle. Orange with the touchback, trying for that lead pass. It'll get through. Keep her way out. Steps up with the boot to Kay. Kay in the middle. She'll lead pass over to the right side. Down to Matheson. Knocked away, in behind. Here on the corner, getting ready for the corner kick. Weighing that down, steps in. Header as that one just misses off the left, ran after. Kept in and chopped that. Up the right side now. Kay pass back off. Worked in to the middle. Stopped up as Baker tried to get that one moving. Back to Coakley. Down and behind. Chip down low to Roy. Roy's going to get that back to the keeper. Up through the middle. That one whistled down as Herbert tried to make a move. It'll be blue ball still here. Stepping up and looking. Gonna chop in through the middle. Rolling off the foot. Oh, and that one got a reaction. Oda. 134, Julia Wilkie. the 5-2 right back. Whistled down and pushed out here, so we'll try again. As that ball flew out off the side.
Emma, get in.
Kick here close to the line. That one fired on. Looking for a header. It'll fly out back and behind near center now. Played back over and settled once more there by Matheson. Matheson down along the line. Tries to play it in front, pushed off it, stepped in with the kick. That one flying around, and that'll get him behind. Where the beauty is that had some spin on it, hits the gloves and then falls down. We've got to make sure proper credit given there as great shot ends up in the back of the net and blue with an early lead. Orange down the right side. That'll be Mia Hebert who finished that one off. Pass handed off now over to the right side. Blue pushing that forward again, trying to get more. Back in behind to LeBlanc. So we mentioned taking advantage of a fatigued Orange team early, and I guess that's what we can say Blue did. Back on. Led ahead by Thompson. Pushed down in the corner, they'll go down, but play will continue. Knocked back over to Kay. Kay touches it over. Up the left side now, running. Roy with a cross in. Back in behind. Trying to keep the line, it won't. Falling out into the net. Throwing it in and false start. Thrown in and played down. Cut back in front. That'll roll on to the other side. Ran after and goalkeeper way out. She'll win that battle. That goalkeeper, Janelle Gallant. Played back to Gallant. Up the right side. Back to Coakley. To Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi steps into it. Flipped off to the middle. Stepping in and firing it down the right side. Chased after. That ball played back to the keeper, and a risky play in front. Back at it here, put by and finished off. Sorry, we were just trying to get the goaltending situation figured out. As it actually is Sam to the right and Janelle on the left, so they switched on us, but that's all right. So that one would have just been put by Janelle Gallant, and it'll be Sam, or that one would have put by Sam. A little switcheroony on us caused the sheet to be a little mixed up, but that's all right. But it is 2-0 here off that latest goal when threaded by, and now we'll continue back here. So 2-0 the score now. Down the right side. Staying in. Played back. Worked over. Back to Gallant. Gallant settling that ball down. To chop across. Back and behind now, trying to run after that one as Mia Herbert gets that by. Settled down by Coakley in the middle. Quick passing by the blue side here in the middle. Finding some open room up the left now with a good run by Matheson. Matheson still with it. Cutting off in front. Back and behind, they'll chase after it. Ball should stay in play, it will. Gonna play it way back to the goaltender's Baker. Gallant steps out and fires it into center. Header down. Trying to push it forward. Two subs ready to go for blue, one for orange. Stepping in a big boot down the middle. That one header down. Down low to Dillac, who I believe scored our latest goal. Like I said, we were trying to sort out the goalie situation at that moment, but Dillac, the striker here. Strong day yesterday. Looking to continue it into our 2 games today. Couple changes here. Go into Olako. Chipped across by past Coakley. Trying to stay on it. We spun around. Played across into the left side. Chop back in. Blue. Not moving too much here is Orange with a couple of passes that probably could have been intercepted but stayed with them. Now the keeper will grab it here for Orange. Stepping up from the back end. Olako just has that go by. Blue keeping the pressure. Chopped back over in front. Left side, Dillac hands that off. Pushed out, and we'll try again here. Trying to boot that in, settle down. Blue trying to advance. Won't get very far. Is Everett tried for it. Chopped out in behind. That one to Dorian. Dorian in through center to Olako. Olako trying for that advancing pass on the left side. That one striked in and just by. Good setup there on the fast break. Passed over. Up the left side. Chopped on. Rolling up the leg over to Kay. Kay's going to try to settle. Quick little touch back. That one received by Hibbert. She'll get to Blondin. Back to Hibbert. Turned over to the orange. Ran at now. Intercepted by Coakley. Coakley with a nice advancing pass down the right, but they couldn't settle it as it rolls into the corner. Stepping up on the sideline here. Back in play here, Orange. Trying to corral is Dorian. Dorian goes down. Kay all over it. Into the middle, Dorian back to Bertuzzi. To the keeper. Garvey with it. Back over in front. Played on Orange. Haven't had too much here on offense in the first half, but are starting to do decent in the possession game. Trying to keep that up. Lead pass here and a chance on the left side. As we mentioned it, the keeper way out and taking away a great chance there for Gallant. She would have got there. Rolling out to the right side. Played across. They're going to leave that. Up through the middle with speed. Stopped. And across. Let it head to Olako, trying to one-touch it back. Two blue girls converge on that one. Converge on it, I should say. Back over to Bertuzzi. Hard shot in there, and that one in. And Dorian lets a beauty go. It flies over the head there of Gallant, and that'll be 2-1, I believe, so getting one back. Played over. Picked up and Coakley advancing through the middle. Back to the right side. Good push here as Olako trying another shot in there. That one's going to go to the left and was almost tied up in a hurry here in the first half as two blue players coming out, ready to switch off when the time comes. That one calmly worked over to the right now and then shot out. Subs coming now. Looks like it'll be LeBlanc and Gallant coming out. They're coming on. Dillac coming off, as well as Collette. So Gallant will become the striker. Ball crossed in front. That one's going to be let out. Trying to get this to the middle. Settle down. Dished over to the right. Stepping up and intercepted. Back in the other way. Led ahead with that pass there to Matheson. Orange trying to fight back and tie this up. Led over to the left side. Do Olaco. Turned over. Olaco trying to turn on the Jets. Won't get there in time as Blue now looking for the lead pass. Has Kay, if she can get it across. Going to elect a hold down the right side. Still on it. Low shot, and that one just by. Gallant held on to it. She had Kay with her. Striker anxious to get on the board, but will miss. Back through the middle. Trying to settle that down. Played over to the left side. Moving around. Gets it down. Into the zone they run. Roy approaching. On the left side, it'll be knocked out. Palov. Head up, ready to for the throw in. Gets it, big arc on it, and then off the boot, so there'll be a corner kick here off Bertuzzi's foot. She knocked it out. It'll be a corner kick for Blue. In front, header, that one's going to be knocked wide and a good play, but it'll be a corner kick, or it'll be a goalkeeper's kick now. Good try. Trying to restore that 2-goal lead here in the first half. Fires that over to the right side. Orange Penny on. Coakley trying to get it across. Back in behind as we get kind of stuck here in the blue end for a few moments. Back in the middle. Steps on with the shot. That one low and scooped up there by Garvey. Shot sky high. Off the head. That one goes sky high. Slowly falling down. Blue defenders now need to go to work. Back in behind on the right side. That one's struck at. Pull back around. Down low into the box. Gets it across. Kay with the one touch back. Picked up by Hibbert. Trying to make a move around, stopped in the tracks. Forced to cut back by Herbert again. Into Kay. Kay, lead pass, looking for someone on the right side. Looks like Orange is going to get there, but it was a close race. Kind of pulling back at the last moment as LeBlanc barreling down, but it's going to get all the way back. Held on to Matheson into the middle of Kay. That's scooped up. We'll try again. Into the middle of Laco. Gets it over to the right side. Return fire. Into center. Hand it off on the right. Orange leading ahead. Into the legs. Spin back around. Settled. Left side advancing. Stop. And that'll be half. So, second game, 1 half done. We'll be back in a moment with the second. here. Second half of game 2. And to crown a winner, there's 2 early goals by Blue, then a return goal by Orange. So that's where we stand here. Hogan up the back end, gonna hand that off. Picked up by Dorian down the right side. That ball ran after his Blue trying to take advantage, and a shot into the back there of Hogan. Played over to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi up through the middle. Lead pass stopped. This will be the last half for some of these ladies in the combine. The Orange team will have played their 2 games, so Blue will play right after, but I believe this will be their last game here, the last half. 3 games this morning for the females, and then we'll head into the boys. 5 games this afternoon, just like yesterday. Down the right side. Stepping up, that one's rolling away, ran after and scooped by Gallant. Played over and back to the keeper as some pressure here, gonna have to get to it. Down along the line. Leading ahead, that's stopped. Down to Olako. Olako trying to find some open room. Olako on the left side. She'll hold up, try to cross, hold on, play it back, and then another cross in front. Rolling down, keeper on it. Good try to make something out of nothing there. But it was scooped up. Back into Bertuzzi. Pick back in front, Olako. Grabbed and played down. Hard boot in there, that's gonna go as Orange continues to push at the start here of the second. Stepping up and worked over to the corner. Down low, that one on the foot in a pullback play. Down the left side, advancing. That one just gonna get off the line. So we'll try again here, blue or orange ball. Spins that one in. Down along, touch back to Olako. Olako tries to advance, stopped. Spun around looking for Dillac. Dillac on the left side, she'll turn on the Jets. Shot on, and that one high, and a good opportunity. She puts her hands in the air like, what was I thinking? But good job getting to the open area there for the chance. So we'll wait for the keeper here. Garvey handing that off to Bertuzzi. Played Dorian over to the right side. Running with it, and a shot in there stopped. Over there near midfield. Blue catching up. Nice play to the open area on the right. Chipped on back off the head. That'll go out into one of our spare nets under us. Here on the right side. Steps up. Headed up in the air by LeBlanc. LeBlanc grabbing, for Blue there. Played back. That one worked back by Blondin. Now far to the opposite side. Lead pass here. Got to thread the needle. Going to elect to hold on instead. Matheson moving around over to the left side. Caught up too. Fired on down, and that'll go off the backside. The back end, I suppose, near the net. Back off in front. That one's one touched by Gallant. Gallant tries to get on Olako. Olako pulling around. Surveying, but Gallant staying on her. Work back now. Stepping up on the right side. Low shot. Going to be knocked away. Into the head there, Dorian. Dorian played down now over to Bertuzzi. Stopped on the line by Garvey. Quinn. Up the right side, hustle that. Kept in. Oh, no, did fall out. It's a close call. Played back over, stepping up quickly into the foot there, freed up for a moment, steps in, little fake shot there by Gallant. Played off in front to Kay. Kay looking for the lead pass on Coakley. Olako now. Olako over to Coakley. Coakley trying to spin around. Handing that off. Sticking with the tough down low here. Eventually worked off. Back up through the middle. Young Olako out there is the youngest one in the female department here by, it looks like, at least 2 years. She's a class of 2027, which is feels like pretty far from now, but she's out there playing. And she's also one of the shortest out there and doing her thing, so pretty good showing for Olako, especially for the youngest and shortest. She's been making some moves. Some subs here. Not thrown in, played back towards center. Dorian worked in behind. Over to Quinn. Quinn steps up, stopped. Up through the middle, trying to thread the needle. Would have been off to the races there, Dillac, but couldn't get it past that last boot. Now down the right side. Stepping up with Kimmins. Shot off into the spare net. That one fired back up through the middle. Bertuzzi played over, kept in. Shin pad on shin pad down the left side. Still on it. Worked off in front. Grabbed and played over to the left side. That one got to have an arc on it, but falls down into the spare mesh there on the end. Keeper Garvey will head back to the box and she'll make the move. Over to the right side, Bertuzzi. Pass to Dorian. Drop back and boot through the middle, intercepted. Pass, Coakley. Orange still with it. Up in the air. Falls down in front, jumped at. Olako makes a move to get by, another move. Pushed over and then headed over by Coakley. Back over, held on to in a return pass. Back to Bertuzzi. She'll step into one out the right side, hits the chest. There of the Chloe Kimmins on the right side. And that one will be shot out. Shot out through the middle, into the chest down the right side now, settling it. Spun back and behind, up the right side, heading around. Into the zone here, that one knocked down. Collision worked up through the middle, stepping up and then back. Free ball there for a moment. Back over, picked up now. Coakley, Leah Coakley, hands that back. Bertuzzi as Orange seems to be stuck in their own end here a little bit, or at least at center. Trying to tie this game up here in the second half. That ball falls out. Get ready to throw this ball in. Header down in near center field. Picked up now. Over to the right side. Blue team maintaining their 1-goal lead here. Like I said, kind of just passing it around here near mid. Haven't moved too hard, but now over to the left. Gallant stepping in, trying for the lead pass. It was a little too much on it. His keeper runs out at it. One sub getting ready here for Orange. Ball drops in there on the left side and kicked out. Sub coming in here. Ball there, drops back in behind near center. Chop that. Onto the foot, Olako now. Down the left side, hustled after by Thompson. Worked back in front, dropped over Olako. Olako with the move here. Shot on, that one just misses wide, and a good rush to the middle by the youngin, but pushed into the corner, and we'll try again. Orange dangerously close to tying it up after going down too early. Surveying. Low boot there, going to be worked back towards the middle. Up ahead. Running after it with the lead pass up the left side. Chased after. Caught up to. Cross in front. Settled down and a rebound. That one's going to be flown into the corner off the bounce. Chopped over on the right side there. Picked up by Bertuzzi. Stepping up, cut off. Back in the zone here. Everett. She'll hand it off. Stepping up and someone on her back, able to get rid of that. Coakley picks it up over to Olako. Back to Coakley. Getting knocked around there. In near center. Fired across. Pulled back into the mid. Hard strike there down the left side. Looking for a cross in front. Hits the foot. Staying in zone here. Blue. Advanced pass there. Trying to split Olako with it. She'll make a move and turn it around the other way. Hand off there to Dorian. She'll have to catch up to it on the right side now. Down the right side. Dorian hands off. Dangerously close to a hand there as that bounces around. Settled. Cut back move there by Matheson. Matheson up the left side. Pressure but holding it in. Matheson head up. Oh, and a push down there is getting in on it. That'll be blue ball. Down the right side, played over. Picked up here and walked out by Blue here in our second half of our second game of the day. Second of 8. Led ahead, back to Coakley. Coakley gonna turn on the Jets here with some open room. Hand it off to the left side. Slowly worked out of bounds. Now it'll be subbing here. As Baker coming out along with Kay. Played back to the middle. Step up, pull, and towards center again. That one handed off. And a hard strike down the middle. That's going to fall back into the box there for the orange goaltender. Over to Bertuzzi. Dillac with some sort of pressure, but Bertuzzi gets rid of it. Cut back in towards the middle, lead pass. Trying to fake that around. In on the left side. Running on net. Down the right, into the feet. Spin around, scooped up, jumped on. Pulled back in. That one's going to be played back to the defender over to Bertuzzi. Orange looking for a last second push here. Haven't had as many opportunities here in the second. It was a real exciting first half. I can't exactly say the same for the second. Played off near center. Back and behind. Gallant's gonna let that come to the foot. Play it over there on the right side. Stepping up on it, knocked out. Heads up, throw there, and that'll be just alive here as Coakley with it. Back over and chipped on down. Olaco to Bertuzzi. Running ahead here on the left side, chased after, and Dorian's gonna let the keeper get out for it. As Garvey elects to jump out there. Thrown over now. Settled down, Coakley, she's been out there all game long pretty much. Shot on to the right boot and out off Orange. Shot into the right side. It's free there in front, and Garvey somehow comes up with it. Oh, no, that one fell in behind. Okay, I was about to say. That would have been something and near impossible to track who put that one in, but it will be 3-1 here. There's just so little of a reaction there. You couldn't see the ball through all those bodies, but it was 3-1. We'll continue play here, so deeper hole here for Team Orange. Over to Coakley. Find some open room in the middle. Hand off. Spinning around down the right side. Trying to beat Coakley on the right side. Pushed off and gets it through to Dillac. She'll have a collision there with Bertuzzi going down, but staying up. Dillac took the brunt of that one. Bertuzzi was able to kind of spin out of it. Sub here now. One sub coming out for Orange. That'll be Gallant as they are dangerously close to finishing up their weekend here at the Combine. Continue play over to Bertuzzi. She'll just keep it in. Gets it down along the line, knocks back. Staying alive though. Chip to the open area and just trying to advance it here is Orange. Work back in down to Kay. Kay with the cross, scooped. Knocking that around, that'll go to the open area, and the pinch in there allows Coakley to run at it. Now it'll be race for on the left side. Played back in behind. Worked over into the corner. That one shot and will hit the side of the net and fall down. Thrown in. Picked up now by Coakley. Back over near center. A strike there by Wilkie. Rolling into the arms there, the waiting Janelle Gallant. Stepping up, played to the middle. Back over and now with a run. Trying to get the cutoff there. Push to the outside and hustled down the right here. Olaco trying to match the pace. Chipped above the head there over to LeBlanc. Knocked by Coakley out to the right side. stepping up, and then big arc in there. Comes down for Dillac. She'll take a cross in there, rebound in front, finished off, and that'll be the 4-1. Finished by Kay on a nice cross by Dillac as they connect. We're back to Olaco, so too much, and that'll be it. So full time here in the second. 4-1 our final. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back shortly with our third and final female game of the weekend.
Most of them were like gold, no?
Yeah.
Where do you play your pickup at? Anyone? Next. Bro. Who did they catch like this so bad?
How many years did you play? Just one eligibility year, that's it? For the school.
Played one, I lost national semis and series, I was done.
That's the year you played?
Yeah.
Did you watch Humber last year? Or sorry, 2 years ago?
Probably.
Yeah, like they had the two huge center backs. Like they one black guy, one white guy, they both played pro. The black guy was with TFC, I want to say, at some point.
Oh, you're talking about Gasparado and Fayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were,
Combined
they didn't
age
get
of
scored
like,
on.
yeah.
That whole national, so they didn't get scored on.
They're combined age of 50. One's like 30, one's like 39. Made him standing there. Actually,
All right, and we are back here for our third and final female game of the day here. Team 1 versus Team 3 this time. Played over near center now. Back over here on the right side. Played down low by Miller. Back to the goalkeeper. Over on the left. Near center, trying to spread out for that ball to get by. Running up on it to the right side on the pullback by Emma Matheson. They've switched from the blue to the orange pennies, so same names, different numbers. Won't matter to you much watching at home, but I gotta keep a close eye. Orange to throw in. That one bounces off to the middle. Chased after, ran at, and picked up the other way. Hard throw in there near center. Flying out into the fans, and that'll be our first throw in of the game. Certainly not of the day. Walking up and played off to the middle near center again. Drop back in there. Into the right side. Chipped up in the air. That falling down for Sampson. Try to chase that, it'll fall out. From the corner here, corner kick. Ball flying in, spinning around in front, trying to settle it. Shot on, that one missing wide. So, last game of the combine for the ladies here, and then we'll head right into the males for the afternoon. I guess the end of the morning and the afternoon. Olako with it. Spun on. Chance in front for a moment. They're going to double clutch, play it back. Shot on, and a nice smacked down with a good save in net. As we try another one from the corner. Thank you for everyone tuning in here to our broadcast, sponsored by FTF, First Touch Football, who are sponsored by Puma and Gatorade. That one spun on, and another header that's going to fall out near center. Stepped on and just knocked out. That one flies out as eventually makes it up. Orange advancing and chasing. Turned over, and it was almost bad news there. Blue pulled off a little early. That one chipped up through the middle. Into the right side. Played down now. Provo trying for it. Cut back the other way. Into the left and rolling out of play there on the corner. We'll wait for the verdict as they chase that ball into the corner. Stopped up, and another whistle here. Not really getting our feet under us too great here to start. A couple early whistles. Not too many shots as we'll head back over. Getting ready to go here. A free kick from distance. It'll be Matheson here. Matheson steps up, fires that into the right side. A header that comes down and snared out of midair. Now trying to fast break up the left side here. That one past center. Working it down. Still with it, Blue. Eventually knocked off. In ahead they come down the right side. Bethany Lee gets on that. Lee down low, and a hard push here from Blue into the corner and falling out. Corner kick incoming. That one fired across. Header takes a friendly bounce for Orange. There's not too much movement off that corner kick, but it gets out into the right area for the Orange team and then kicked out of play. Orange throw in. As Audrey Roy lets it go. Played over. Chopped up by Gillis. Staying inbounds. Blue keeping it alive. Back to the goalkeeper. Using the goalkeeper as the free pass from the back end. That one's fired in with a chip shot over to Roy. Roy on the left side. Roy trying to run down. That'll be wheeled out there by the side. Roy now gets the throw in. Stepping up in an arc on that one. Going to be caught out of midair and slowly moved out by the keeper, who lets everyone get into position before making a move. Over on the right side into the middle. Played back down. Grab now, looking for some open room by one. Handed over on the left side. Lead pass in there, stopped. Chopped on as Provo tries to get on that. It'll be knocked back in, step up, and another chop down the left side. They come here with speed. Pull back. Down over to the right side, spun on. Shooting that one out, rolling into the extra net slash training slash fan area there on the other side. Drop down, played off in front, Dillac. Back from the back end, stepping up. Chop that. That one's going to fly out near the spare players here on the right side. Thrown in. Orange possession here down the right side. Chop back off the boot there of Everett. Spun back off in front. I believe Everett's the second youngest player in the combine. So we saw our youngest last game, Olako, and now our second youngest, Lauren Everett, out there. Thrown in off the chest. Orange pushed off of it, down. Getting physical down there, pretty low. No whistle as they'll let it play. Grab now. Worked out in front. Keeper hands it off to the left side. Headed back the other way, trying to beat him to the net. Provo heading as a striker. Freed up and now cutting back the opposite direction. Hebert tries to help on that, but it'll be shot on out here to our spare bench. Georgia Miller now. Miller sent in and knocked down. They're going to say orange ball. So not what blue was looking for there off that rush. Near the box. Orange worked that out to the right side. Stepping up, trying to walk the line here and keep it moving down. Ran at. In ahead, Provo just misses, but that ball was there for her. She kind of gave up on it as soon as it went by a few feet to the left. Stepping up. Out over to Hebert. Hebert. Shot down, and that one into the stands. Subs coming out here, 2 of them for the orange side. Gonna have Dillac out there along with LeBlanc. Dillac, one of my favorite players to watch so far this weekend. She's made some good plays and seems to always have things moving in the offensive zone as the striker. Thrown in, it's kept on the line by a hair. Back down in the zone here, stepping up. In towards the middle, low pass. Won't get very far. Cut back as it's shot into the open area. And orange, dangerously close to that. Worked over on the wall. Chopped that. Provo going into it in the corner of the striker. One-on-one and sent out, so blue ball. on the corner kick. Oh, it'll actually be a throw. Provo just fires it in there, no one home. Picked up and then in front, looking for the cross. Just out of the reach. Try to get down to it there on the right side. Cut out in front. Touched up by Lee. Lee got it to Miller, but now it's getting busy there in the middle as Orange will come out with it. Working in front off the right. Shot down and a nice strike in behind, and that'll find the back of the net over the head. And a great finish there, as I believe that was Kay working with Dillac. So 1-0 the score here in the first. 2 subs coming out for Blue. Played off near center over to the right side. Picked up. Trying to thread in through there. It's chased after. Back and behind number 100 there, Seaton getting in on the action. Down low in the zone there on the right side. They're going to try to work that out. Sky high ball that looks to fall out, so they'll continue from the side here after the throw in. Over the heads there, trying to keep it in. Low little play there in the middle to Matheson. Handed off. Grabbed by Hebert. In front, fighting for it. 1-on-1. Orange on the left side, trying to play that down. They'll get it into the corner deep and falling down. That'll be Orange ball, I gotta assume. Off in front, that'll roll off into the corner. Play it over to the left side and head up pass, as that'll be along the line. Gets on in. Chipped out of the zone and ran after. Provo was trying to catch up, but scooped up by the netminder. Over to the right side. That one rolling out. Orange flipping it back the other way now. Slow up to the middle. Handed off by Matheson. Down the right side. Pushed off into that spare net. High throw in there. That one's going to bounce off the head there of Blue. I'm now looking for the open lane. Oh, and that pass had a little bit of a curve on it. Looked like they potentially had 139 there. Kirsten Sampson ready to go. Here it is. Sampson. Down the right side. Holding on. That one gets a boot. Will stay stagnant. 2 subs coming in for Orange. Chipped in front and scooped up by the goalkeeper. That one rolled out into the left side. Step up with the head up. Directing traffic, and that one fired along the turf, so easily retrieved there by the blue side. Leading ahead down the right. Bondin. Blue ball here from the corner now, as we're well into our first half of the last game here for the females. No break, no hour break today. We're just gonna roll right into the males. That one scooped up. Rolling out here to the left side. Stepping up on it, between the legs, grabbed. Trying to dish that one back in through the middle. Caught up to and grabbed and circled back around. Trying to find some room on the left side here for the blue. Running out in a hurry. Back into Provo. To the right side, stopping. Orange with the lead pass. Connects there to Hibbert. Every time I see that name, I want to say Herbert. For Justin Herbert, the NFL quarterback. But as Hubbard, no extra R there at the start, just the one at the end. That chopped down the right side, and a nice backspin on that as it slows right down for Orange in the good area. Worked over by Kay. Kay, who's usually pretty active out there, hasn't seen it too much here in the first half of our last game. Sub here for the Orange. It'll be Langley coming on, as well as Gallant.
Yeah, you and Mia. Take this.
Coming off, it's Audrey Roy and Matheson. So those are our subs here. Kay with it. Ready for the free kick. Girls lined up. That one's shot and airmailed over the net.
Taylor, be lower. You're in the 6.
Blue gonna try to turn this back in the other way, up the left side. Steps into that ball. Knocked down. Pushing it forward, trying to hold off, and good sprint there on Kay, but she'll be able to get rid of it. Over to Colette. In the feet there. Down up through the middle. Lead pass. That one's going to be scooped up. Down on the right. Led ahead. Knocked in. Or knocked down. Passed over, 278. Gonna hand that up the left side. Coming in on net, good cut off by the goalie, but held on to. Trying to chip that in front, it'll stay away. Back up through the middle, and the free ball allowing Blue to take it over. Provo now with it. No offside, but Kay coming back to bail out on a lapse of judgment here near center. In front, head up. Hustling work down the left side. One-on-one. As that ball will fall out. It's now Blue ball the other way. In near center. That ball falling out. Chipped up in through center. Try to catch up to it. It'll fall back in behind now down the right side. And a good on-rushing player, but it'll fall out right near mid. Throw in coming here. We're still in the first half, nearing the end. Top down here on the right side. Coming in with speed and a nice cross. It's free. Oh, and it blows up off the foot, but it's still alive. Held on to now and trying to get another one in on there. A golden opportunity there for Gallant, but that'll take us to the half as nothing will come of it, and we'll be back shortly, the second half.
Number 99 here for blue team number 1. Number 99. I'll do my best. Candinda.
Okay.
Because when I was really watching the footage, I was like
butchering it.
yeah.
Alright.
Thank you.
right, and here we are, ready to go here with our final half of football here for our females at the First Touch Football East Hants event. It's been a fun 6 games for these ladies, some great action, and finishing it up. We'll finish off with the boys this afternoon, but right now we got a game to finish here. 1-0 the score. Worked in down the left side. That picked up on into the middle and played back to the keeper. Down the right, that pass over and worked up by Miller. Miller sends it back and it'll be steered towards the keeper. Grab now. Down on the left side. Up, handed off to Fortin. Blue taking their time here in their own defensive end as Miller gets it up to Lee in the middle. Lee trying to pressure. Jumped on. Good job plucking that ball away by Sampson. Worked back. Fortin now on the right side. Connects on that pass as they'll rush it in. Into the zone they come. Good chance here in front. It was free for a moment, ran out on, but kind of opened up there a little in front. Maybe didn't see how much room exactly she had. Stepping in on it now, left side. Ball now moved out. Off in the corner, or by the goalkeeper. Orange ball now. We'll see how they try to move this thing out. In front here. Steps in a spinning ball like you're throwing a softball. Down the right side. Lots of room. Dished across and hits the side of the net. All sorts of time and space there down the right. Isabel Gallant, I'm sure she would have liked that one back, as that one might have been the most open shot we've seen all weekend. Down the right side now. Played back in towards the middle. Trying to work with it, falls out. Quick throw in. Didn't really see who that went off of last, but now a chance here down the left side. Sampson. A little bit of a jersey grab, staying with it. Sampson showing some good footwork, worked over on the left side. Fired back in towards the middle, settled, but Orange pressuring. Spin out into the right side, played in ahead. Gentlemen getting ready at the other end there, as our next game will be switching to the males for our last 5 of the day. Passed off. Picked up now and worked over on the left side, trying to settle that down. Back in behind. Up the right side, they'll step in and fire one. That one into the thighs, but right back to the blue team as Lee tries to advance it here down the right side. Still on it. Back over in front and moved off into the training area there at the far side, where I mentioned we've seen the young gentleman getting ready to play. Down the right side, spun down and scooped up. Back in towards the middle, Orange advancing. Over to Roy. Audrey Roy playing with some intensity out there today, as she has been on our side here. Get to see those facial expressions. She looking motivated, so you got to like that out of a player. As pushed down there is Lee. Day 2, you can kind of pick up on how these players play a little bit. Not my first time seeing them at this point. Down out the right side, steps in, and a lot of curve on that ball. Rolling into the chest. Freed up now towards the middle. Ran into, and that's just going to bounce back and picked up by the keeper. Hard pass over there. Back into the zone. Grabbed. I believe that's Gallant in net down there. We have Garvey at the other end as they're finishing up for the weekend. That one fired in and a beauty. Finding that ball in midair. Make no mistake, that's in the back of the net all day long. And I'll have to grab the number there once I see you turn around. Played back over, and a great finish there on the right side. In ahead with it, Lee picking it up. Off in front. Played down. Now running it out, we got one sub coming here for Orange. That ball falling out, so Miller gonna go grab it. Miller with the throw in. Pushed out again. Subs coming. Jasmine and Taylor getting the call here as they'll head off. Worked in here to the left side. Blue trying to maintain, it'll fall out. Nice high kick as that'll arch down. Free ball there, sort of in the middle. In there, oh, and player down, slow to get up, but seems to be okay. A tough fall into the front collar, then the collarbone there on the right side. Miller gets that up the right side. Trying to advance it. As I believe that was our goal scorer, Seaton. Still trying to get a real good look at that jersey. It's on the far side. The blue on black, a little tough to pick out from this angle. I'll make sure to confirm it, but that's who I believe scored that nice one recently. So, Orange's turn here and a nice chance here down the right side. Stepping in with some room. Has the cross if she wants it. Gets it in front. Finished off. Oh, and that one touched in front. How did that stay out? A perfect cross. And nothing to show for it. Great off the boot there, Gallant. Dillac, I believe, the one who missed that, and she has had a great weekend here as well, so tough for her, but move it along. Down the left side. Steps in with a hard kick. That one jumps over the head and gets in behind the defender. Down to O'Neal. O'Neal, then another shot on. Grabbed out. Now that I look at it, I believe it's Kristen Sampson who scored that one. Playing her off position there. 139. Trying to get that right for you at home. Like I said, on the far side. But it was a beauty nonetheless, and that's the reason we're all tied up here. Back over and spun around. Gillis shoots that down into the left side. Keeper will pick that up and head back to the middle. So keep us going here. Worked over to the right. Flip down in the zone. That one takes a second to corral and then won't get there. O'Neal led ahead. Trying to get something going here on the right side. Bouncing up in a hurry. Back down is Orange the other way. Left side trying to hold it back. Back in the left side. Worked in behind O'Neal, gets a touch, but it's going to be worked back the other way. As everyone stopped in their tracks as Gallant worked it in ahead, chased after. Fortin with it now. Fortin's going to let that roll out. Take the free ball. Subs coming in here now. Provo in. As well as Salguero. So I'll wait for that. Now we're good to go. Last shifts of the combine, you got to assume for some of these ladies here coming on and off. Pass back, Blue with it down the right side. Stepping up into it, gonna put it over there to Miller. In ahead by Sampson. We've got a Kirsten Samson and then a Julie Sampson. So a P in one of them and not on the same team. So hopefully that hasn't been too confusing. One of them's a striker, one of them a winger. Down the left side. Hard cut in front. That ball's spinning and it'll spin all the way over there into the extra mesh. Picked up and played. Ran back after. They'll get it. Worked over to the right side. Orange. Gonna let that roll out. Back down in front. Touched over. Grabbed and worked back. Up the right side they go. Trying to cut it off and it'll roll off the foot and stay. Oh, and a couple plays here recently slowing the game down a little bit. Just balls leaving. Back through the middle. Provo on it. Provo trying to find some open room. Muscle her way through. Gets back. Worked over to the left side. Stepped up on it. Back to Lee. Once more. Pushing that through. Fired on. That one arches over the top of the net. Subs coming in here now. For the orange side will be Colette as well as Kay, so they'll head back on. Stepping up to the right side, trying to advance, knocked back. In front, Provo has a chance for it, shot on, and she'll finish it off. So Provo gets one here late. And that'll be the 2-1, a good opportunity, poked on by. And we'll head back to center with a lead for the first time in a while. Shot into the left side, steered in behind. We filing off the line. Miller ready for the throw in. Gets it across, kept in by Orange, ran after. In the other way through center on the right side. Somehow stays alive as that ball had some backspin keeping it in. Back over. Left. Shot back around Provo looking for the lead pass over to the left side. Sampson with it. Back in front. Jumping around, chased after, corralled, spun out, down the left they come, lead pass here, Orange looking for a last push here, might be able to get him behind, they got Kay in the middle, but has to slow down for that pass, not enough lead on it, I guess you could say. Right side shot on and a great save as that one came off the foot nicely there by Galamp, the striker. Sub coming out here now is O'Neill heading on. Stepping up that one, missing the header as it jumps down in front, and now I think it'll be a corner kick. Yep. That one booted in, settled down in front, handed off there to the left side. Pulled back around, try to step up on it, falling and getting back in near center. On the left side. Back in behind, quick handoff. Leading there, touch back over, hustled on the right side. Lots of speed coming in. Pulled back. Back over one touch with enough spin on it where it gets to the open area, but it won't matter as Blue catches up. O'Neill handing it down, worked in front. Provo fires that one into the back. ran after. No rest here, no messing around for the orange side as that's chipped out through the middle. Lee running back for the header. Lead pass, and that one, too much mustard on it as it flies out there on the right side. Thrown in. Staying in by a hair. Good chase down tactics by number 97 there, Julie Sampson. Back on the line, over to Gillis. Passed over. Finding some open rooms, Lee. Lead pass in through the middle. Getting caught up in the feet, handing off to Provo. Provo can't finish. Shot back down into the chest. Nice move around on the inside. Gonna stick with it, but headed back the other way. Beaten to the ball there on the right side now. Going for a run, Gallant. Gallant shot, big save, rebound in front. Gallant again and can't get it off. And Gallant with two awesome opportunities to tie it here late. Can't buy one right now. As that falls out. Miller ready to go here. Chucked in. Over to Provo. Sent back to Levesque. Now a big boot down. That one off the chest as it arches down. Provo trying to keep it alive. Provo steps in on a low shot. That one misses off the left. Back out into the middle. Pressure coming to Kay. She'll hand it off. Nearing the end of our female portion here as that jumps down to the keeper. Pass across to the right side. Step in. Leading ahead. Salguero. Down the right side, and that one steered into the end. Hard boot out down the left side. Sent back in. Off the foot there, Miller kept alive. Aggressive fight there as it flies over to Kay. Kay holding. Down the left side now, advances. Sent back in, held on to by Orange. Worked in behind, couple one touches, gets back. In through the middle. Orange trying to get that pass midfield. Here late, falling down. That one spun off the shin pad and now O to play. Back in near mid. Little spin on that ball again over to Provo. Provo trying to muscle in for another shot. She's had quite a few here this game. Stay on it. Whistle is infraction. Provo with a free kick from distance. Let's see what she can do. The striker. Hard one in, and that one's blocked on the entry. And that'll do it. Full time after the free kick. And that'll be it for our female portion of the combine. We appreciate you tuning in, and good luck to all these ladies as they advance their career. And if I don't see them again, but a great job here this weekend. Plenty of fun to watch. We appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, good luck to them, and we will see you soon for the start of the boys.